What's up guys, it's the Hunter Project here. Welcome to my channel where you'll find Monster Hunter news, builds, playthroughs and everything in between. Today I'll be going over 3 features from past Monster Hunter games that I hope will return in future Monster Hunter titles, or even the Rise Ultimate expansion that we'll probably be seeing sometime next year. Jumping straight into the first feature, we have guild quests. So for this one, I feel like they did kind of bring this back in Monster Hunter World, but without the leveling system. And guild quests, in a nutshell, you fulfill a certain condition or conditions during an expedition, like slaying a specific large monster. Then the guild will give you clearance to take a special quest called a guild quest, and then they can be activated via the menu and then accessible from the gathering hub. And you were able to have 10 of these types of quests active at one given time, which was pretty nice. And the main part that differentiates this feature from the rest being the leveling system, which allowed the player to better themselves, as the difficulty would gradually be increasing in a different way to how Monster Hunter traditionally increases difficulty, with of course the low rank, high rank, G rank. And I think this would have been a very good addition to Monster Hunter Rise specifically, as we do have like an end game drought at the moment, or at least there's not too much diversity to our end game. And I feel like if they did bring this back and did it correctly, it would have added quite a bit more to the end game. It would have at least added an extra layer to it, and it wouldn't have taken up too much time for the developers. At least I like to think it wouldn't, as they wouldn't need to create a new monster or map, rather just bring them over into this new type of quest and add a leveling system with some kind of incentive to do them, like maybe some special armors with really unique armor skills, or even just one thing I was thinking of is maybe if they had these type of quests to reward you with specific melding materials, so you don't have to always be farming the Rampage or Nawa, because I know for me personally, I've been burnt out on Nawa, and I'm not too big of a fan of the Rampage. I feel like it doesn't get to the point quick enough, like the Apex monsters or Ibushi. And yeah, I just think it would be really cool if they had this incentive to maybe help us farm in a more fun way, as of course these guild quests would allow us to diversify what monsters we're farming for melding, as they would all have the same end goal, but we'll be fighting different monsters on repeat, which is better than fighting the same monster on repeat. And of course these materials would get better as the monster's level go up, but that's just something I thought of for myself. Let me know down below how you guys think that they could be re-implemented. And like I mentioned before, World did do this in a way with investigations, which I did enjoy a lot, but the main difference being guild quests were quests that had monsters at varying levels that were numerical, and investigations were just either low rank, high rank or master rank, just pretty much regular quests that had either a special time condition and or special money condition, with of course the investigation rewards that came in different rarities. So it would be pretty awesome to see them bring back guild quests and investigations in some kind of merged form, where you have the monster leveling system as well as the additional rewards that you get that come in the bronze, silver and gold rarities. And yeah, definitely something I would love to see return. Next up, we have the manual farm from Generation 2. So Monster Hunter has really shifted towards the automated farm system, and the last farm that we had that was manual, and I think it was the one and only in the series, at least in the mainline series, being Poke Farm, located in Poke Village, which was used to, of course, like every other farm, just gain several items per yield, and like different types of items after the completion of a quest. And we had various different areas to get items like ores, honey, fish, and even an automated seeds function to allow harvesting in what has become the traditional farm of today's Monster Hunter. These areas could be upgraded as well via the research points of Generation 2, which were called Poke Points, and it added a lot more to the player being involved with their progression, rather than having some kind of UI that just sets their thing to farm it for them. And I think this is easily my favourite farm in any Monster Hunter game, as it was surprisingly fun to go manually do everything myself, like maybe go catch some fish with the net gun, or mine all the levels unlocked for the mining nodes after every quest, to have like an ever increasing assortment of farming materials without having to worry too much about mining in gathering quests or during my hunts. So I remember it would just be like a ritual. I would do a quest, come back, go mine, do all the farming stuff, so the mining, the fishing, and the honey catching and all that, and then I would go eat, quest again, go back to the farm, eat, quest again, or on repeat. And it was a very fun way to keep the player involved with their farm as well, and I really hope they do bring this back in some form in the future, as it was a really fun mechanic for me personally. Definitely let me know down below what you guys thought about the manual farm of Generations 2, especially if you experienced it for yourself. If you haven't, let me know what you think about it now that you've heard about it. And yeah, we'll be moving on to our final feature, being RNG weapons like Safi and Cove weapons. And I think these were good additional endgame incentives for the player to grind for and try and find that extremely optimized variant. And I personally love grindy games. That's why I'm playing Monster Hunter. I liked like Destiny 1. I put a lot of time into that game as well. I'm just a big fan of games where you're aiming for something that you can't necessarily get straight away, and there is a bit of luck involved, as I feel like that just increases the value of it. And I think some RNG weapons are always welcome. Not everything RNG, but some RNG in Monster Hunter is always welcome for me personally, as long as there's like some more reliably accessible meta weapons to like avoid having the best type of gear tied to RNG, I think it's okay. I think they should do them similar to talismans in terms of how the rarity works, with of course the best of the best weapons tied to very low drop rates, but not having too big of an edge over the other weapons. And I would love to see like Lao Shan Lung and Shengaren and even like Yamasakami return. That those would be some pretty awesome monsters to fight in that rampage style. And maybe even like Cove, if they were able to set up some underground form of it, as I do remember the first few like weeks of fighting Cove, I did enjoy it a lot, and then it just got to the point where it got repetitive, like everything would eventually become. But for the first like few weeks of having that long-winded fight, I did actually enjoy it quite a lot. And there's quite a few siege monsters I would love to return, but of course that's a topic for another video. And yeah guys, that does bring us to the end of this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons. It's extremely appreciated as we make our way to 1,000 subscribers, which we are extremely close to hitting, and I just want to thank you all so much for the support. Comment down below as to what features you would like to return to future Monster Hunter entries, or even the ultimate expansion of Monster Hunter Rise, and I look forward to reading all of your comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.